So, you've been heartbroken. You stopped getting those good morning texts. Y'all stopped FTing. Y'all stopped texting at the same time on multiple platforms. You sent her a meme on IG. You get left on scene. You be like, leaving me on scene is crazy. Only to get left on scene again. You know the feeling. Shawty just don't want you no more. And that freaking hurts. You're feeling a whole range of emotions right now. Grief, anger, loss, pain, betrayal, probably all flood your mind as I speak. But don't worry, your big bro, Eli, is here to guide you down the proper path of self-improvement, healing, and growth. So, here's the game plan. I'm going to tell you what to do and what not to do as you are recovering and healing from heartbreak. So, wherever you are, whether you be sitting down at your couch, you at your computer desk, you watching me on TV, you listening to me as you drive, I want you to take the information I give you, the do's and the don'ts. So, let's start off with what not to do. Number 1, do not hold a grudge against the person who you were formerly interested in romantically. It's easy to act out with your emotions and just make an irrational decision to hold a grudge against the person who hurt you. We feel as if we've been betrayed when we have been heartbroken. And maybe we were. People disappear without communicating. People don't say how they really feel. People move on too soon. Sometimes people are stupid. But the last thing you want to do is hold a grudge against this person who you formerly loved. Why? Well, I'm glad you didn't ask. Holding a grudge stains the way you view life going forward. Imagine this. You see life through a certain glass. And every time you have an experience, it colors that glass differently. So when you hold on to an emotion, it is a darker tint on the glass. You see things muddied, darker, more grim. And when your glass is tinted darker, you cannot help but hold a grudge against this person. Why would you let someone that you're no longer speaking to, someone that you're no longer going to see, affect your joy? Because there's nothing you could do to them. You're not going to get back at them for anything. Why would you let the thought of them, the negative thoughts, rob you of your peace? Don't dwell on how they hurt you. Because if you keep feeding that negativity, those negative memories, holding that grudge against them, you will be stuck where you are. You will only extend your heartbreak. You will only extend your pain. Number 2, don't listen to things that feed your resentment towards that person. It's very tempting to go to listen to things that will validate how you feel. You know, red pill podcasts, depressing music, watch TikTok, reels, shorts that demonize the opposite gender. These are all things that you want to do that will either feed your resentment and justify how you feel. These are very powerful influences. These forms of media affect how we think, they affect how we act, and they add another tint to that glass that you see. So when you listen to the media that I listed before, it's going to lead to you generalizing the opposite gender, having a general distrust of the opposite gender, and leave a residual bitterness that dims your view of your relationships, your future relationships, and relationships that others are in. And if you continue to build up this resentment, first of all, it continues to extend your heartbreak, right? It continues to extend the pain. It will lead to you having unhealthy coping mechanisms, and it will lead to you continuing to see the world in a dim way. It'll give you such a negative worldview that you will miss out on opportunities that you could have had because you are so caught up in what could have been. Speaking of unhealthy coping mechanisms, number 3 is don't indulge in unhealthy coping mechanisms. It's very tempting that when you feel negative emotion, that you run to bad habits, things that immediately give you dopamine to numb the pain. You want to feel good. You want to take away that bad feeling. But I'm telling you, do not overeat. Do not go view pornography. Do not drink yourself into oblivion. Get addicted to video games. Overwork yourself. And especially do not use other people as a means of numbing your romantic hurt. All of those things will hold you back. And the last thing you want is to be caught in a situation where you are distraught because you couldn't have this person. You don't want this person to impede you from further success. You don't want them to hold you back from the potential of being the best person you could be. You don't want to be caught 50 pounds overweight because you lost this person. Having a lust addiction where you can't control your urges. You don't want to be caught using other people for nothing more than a form of validation. You don't want to be caught doing those things. You're going to be hurting only yourself, and the last one especially hurts other people. When you overeat, you worsen your chances of getting a better partner or a new partner. When you're addicted to pornography, you worsen your chances of getting a better partner. So, do not overindulge. The fourth don't feel sorry for yourself, okay? Don't beat yourself up over this. You don't want to pity yourself for months and months on end. Going, oh, woe is me. Oh, I couldn't do it. I wasn't good enough. I'll never be enough for her. I was not enough for him. Don't do that. First of all, that ruins your self-esteem. Second of all, you're tying yourself to a person that clearly doesn't want you no more. You don't want to be caught in this endless cycle of self-pity. So stop it.
Get some help.
Stop it right now. Stop pitying yourself. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. It's okay. If you stop it now, you can look forward to meeting new people in the future. You'll look forward. You'll have a positive outlook. But if you keep pitying yourself, you're going to stay down on the floor where you were. And nothing's going to change. So now that we've gone through what not to do, let's go through what you should do. Do number 1. Feel your emotions. Now, I was saying don't pity yourself, of course. But it is okay to feel upset. It is okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel grief. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel angry. Feel these emotions. Maybe you gotta shed a tear. Maybe you gotta go for a walk. Maybe you gotta talk to your friends. Maybe you gotta go pick up your basketball and go start shooting around. Go lift your weights. You gotta do something. Feel and express this emotion. Because it's not good to just bottle it up and then go down to bad habits that make you feel worse. Express these emotions as best as you can. Feel it. Don't let it govern you. There's a difference. Do number 2. Cut out things that make you dwell on what could have been. If this means cutting out that person for a time so that you can heal, so that you can feel better, then go ahead. Cut them out for a little bit. You gotta take time away. Take time away. If you gotta mute their story, mute their story. If you gotta block them, that's a little extreme, but you do what you gotta do. Take your time away so that you can heal. Because again, you may have felt betrayed by this person. This person was once your world. You thought of them all the time. They had you kicking your feet, buddy. They had you kicking your feet. I'm not saying go delete all your pictures of them, and I'm not saying that you gotta hate them with all your heart. But if you need time to stop talking to them, don't message them, bro. Don't be looking back at messages, making sure that they're checking or they're trying to text you. Don't do that. That's only gonna hurt you here. And it's gonna cause stress up here. You don't gotta do that. Push away, put some time, so you could have time between you and God, between you and your family, between you and your friends, so that you could properly heal. It may take a couple weeks. It may be a few months before you could talk to that person again. But it is good to take time away if it is for your growth. And the last thing to do is look forward to the future. Here's some really good news. You are capable of being loved. If there's anything that this situationship, relationship, whatever it was, taught you, you're capable of being loved. There are people out there who have the capacity to love you. Even better news, that same person that is capable of loving you will want to receive your love. Listen, I know it's easy to think that the person that you were talking to for months or maybe even years was the only person for you, and that now that that person's gone, you're never gonna find love again. You're gonna be alone. That's not gonna happen. I know it's cliche, but there are plenty of people out there. The world is full of beautiful people that care about you, that have the potential to care about you. There is a potential to find the person that is your complement. All you got to do is, 1, be authentic with yourself. Know who you are. Know who God has called you to be. 2, continue to improve upon your authentic self. Work out, read, be introspective, be extroverted. Take time out your day. Get in with God. Be in prayer. Connect to Jesus. Continue to do things that will make you a better person. You can make it. As long as you're working on yourself and talking to people, you're eventually going to find someone. But remember, these things take time. You're not going to be jacked from one day to the next. You're not going to be a social butterfly from one day to the next. It takes time. So, take your heartbreak and heal from it over time. Feel what you got to feel. Spend time away if you got to spend time away. When you've recovered enough, think about the good. And finally, look forward to the future that God has for you. Because we know all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord, right? So don't worry, my friend. You've got this. As long as you follow the steps, the do's and the don'ts that I've set out in this video, you'll get over your heartbreak and you'll have something to look forward to. And yes, it's going to be challenging recovering after finding someone that you thought was for you. And it's also going to be a challenge finding someone new. But eventually, with the strength of God on your side, you'll make it. You'll be able to get through this. And one last tip. Don't rush anything. Let things happen in due time. You don't make someone fall in love with you immediately, but God's got his plan. So don't worry. If you enjoyed this video and watched it all the way to the end, why don't you give it a like? And since you're already down there, subscribe. Also, I want to hear your experience with heartbreak. I want to hear how it happened to you. I want to hear about her. I want to hear about him. Tell me about it. This is a place to express yourself. This is part of the first do. Express yourself here. Lay it out. So that's the first step to healing, feeling your emotion. I'm trying to make content that helps you and above all glorifies God. And I'm trying to get this YouTube channel off. Right now I'm only at 142 subscribers as of recording this video. It may go up. By the way, did you know that there's a difference between insecurity and humility? If you want to know the difference, the video should be up over here, I think. My editing better be good. My editing better be super good. Better be up here. All right. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.